What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to be playing a grand challenge trying to go all the way from 0 to 12 wins using this giant skeleton balloon deck. So as you guys can see, this deck doesn't have any champions in it, so it's pretty good for free to play players. The arrows and the snowball are very good in the meta. Snowball especially is very good inside of balloon decks because it pushes away cards to buy your balloon more time to reach the tower. Musketeer gets a ton of value in it. Even if your opponent has a poison or a lightning, you can space out the bomb tower and the musketeer so they're unable to hit both. And then the miner, of course, even after the nerf, still a very good card to pair with the balloon. Alright, let's get the first game and see if we can get the 12 win. So we're in our first match here against this Korean player, so let's go ahead and unmute here and see what our starting hand's looking like. So we do have Goblins in our starting hand, and we have the... Okay, so he's going to go for Royal Hogs. I guess we can just go for a Musk and Goblins. He's going to get a little bit of chip damage, but we're going to have a nice counter push. Very aggressive start by him. You can see he even went for the arrows as well, so he just committed 8 elixir. Quite a lot, so I'm actually going to go Giant Skeleton here to support this Musk. And then I'll have Snowball ready in case he wants to drop something... You know, like if he went for a Skarmy or something, or Bats, I'd be quick to take it out. He's going to go for a Knight. So, not really sure what this deck is so far. We could potentially go for a Balloon. I mean, I'm sure he's got another air counter, but with this Tesla being out of cycle, we might as well, you know, test out what he's got. Okay, so he does have the Wizard. That Balloon, is it going to get a shot? Yeah, it actually does. Wizard doesn't have that good of a fire rate. Definitely kind of slow in comparison to other air counters. So Musk just to deal with that Wizard. Bomb Tower is going to be great against the Royal Hogs. This time around we had the Bomb Tower in cycle, so that was really good for us, of course. Any kind of Royal Hog deck should be really easy for this deck. I guess if you're against Recruits Hogs, it... Whoa. What's... This guy's got an E-Giant? I have to say, I mean... He kind of got me good with the surprise of that Electro Giant. Like, I was not expecting that. We do get the King activated off that Firecracker, but what the heck, man? Bro, I just missed the arrows. And wait, I'm dumb. I didn't even have to arrow the Giant Skeleton. Okay. That was a super dumb mistake on my end. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. We're still going to win. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got this under control. I know what he's using. I know he's got E-Giant, so he's not going to have that surprise factor anymore. We got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got everything under control. We're just going to snowball the Wizard here. He's going to go for Royal Hogs. We'll go for a Bomb Tower. And... Get a Giant Skeleton going here. Hit him up with a Balloon. And this should be pretty hard for him to defend. Arrows here. Tesla is going to pull the Balloon, but it pretty much dies by the time the Balloon even gets there. And that's going to be towered down. Told you guys, I wasn't worried for 1 second. As soon as he kind of used all his cards, and I knew he had the E-Giant, I knew I was not going to let that happen again. He didn't even go for another E-Giant, which was kind of interesting, but either way, we would have been fine even if he decided to. So we get the first win here against kind of an off-meta deck. Knight, E-Giant, Pigs. Definitely strange, to say the least. Firecracker inside of the deck as well. I guess missing the arrows kind of did give him a chance. But, not enough of a chance, apparently. So, 11 more to go in our next one here. We got... So, kind of a little bit of a worse of a starting hand. If he doesn't do anything, though, we can probably cycle arrows on his tower. He's going to go for a miner, though, so let's just go Giant Skeleton. Yeah, you typically do want to make the first play with this deck. I guess the only exception would be if your cycle is like what I just had, but maybe if you had Musketeer instead of the miner, then you'd have a pretty expensive starting hand, obviously. But besides that, you do typically want to make the first play with this deck. Okay, so he's going to go for his Golden Knight. We're just going to go Musk here, making sure to obviously play her high up. Unfortunately, though, even with that Musk, I think we are going to have to go Goblins there. Otherwise, the Golden Knight would have... Maybe I didn't need to because he already got some damage in the other lane, but I don't know. It's fine. We'll go Miner here to potentially get some chip damage or force response out of him. So he goes in for his own Miner. Let's just Giant Skeleton in the back here. It's actually a good sign that he's got the Spear Goblins as well as the Bats, because the arrows and the Snowball are going to be very good against those. I'm actually going to ignore those Spear Goblins. You might be wondering why, but I think it's actually quite a good play because he just used a Balloon counter. We know he's got Bats, but Yep, there's Snowball for that. So now at this point, I don't even know what he's got for the balloon. Tesla's not even going to pull it, so this could potentially be pretty much tower down. The delivery is not going to be nearly enough. He played the Golden Knight right into the bomb there. Not sure what he was doing. Balloon was so close to getting another shot. It was like a tenth of a second away. We don't get it, but honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. Tower's already, you know, very weak. So we're just sending the miner here. He's going to go bats. We'll actually just arrow. We might take the tower right here. No, he does go log, so he saves it, but tower's already spell cycle range, so this is pretty much a wrap. This is good game. We'll just cycle Musk in the back here. We can bomb tower if he decides to rush us in the opposite lane. He might have given up. Oh, nah. I thought maybe he did, but he was just waiting to poison. He's still trying. He's hoping for a miracle. Comeback of the century. Don't think it's going to happen, though. Just snowball this. And just defend for the next 30 seconds, and should be chilling. So he's going to go miner. We'll go Musk here. And this should be GG. We'll go Giant Skelly. Bats coming in. Gobs. Boom. Catch the miner. Goblins are insane against the miner. Remember how everyone was worried? I might be calling some of you guys out who thought miners shouldn't have been nerfed, like watching right now. But remember how so many people thought that the miners shouldn't be nerfed and it's just a versatile card, but it's not too OP? Well, guess what? Got a big nerf, and everyone's still using it. Like, it's almost as if it didn't get nerfed. So I think most of us can agree the nerf it got was probably pretty deserved. Alright, so 10 more to go. So far, so good, but of course, it's only going to get more difficult, so we could probably start things off, okay, I was going to say with a miner, but obviously now we're going to want to go for a bomb tower. This might be 2.6. 2.6 is probably not that bad of a matchup. He doesn't have too many air counters. Funny enough, 2.6 actually does quite good against Lava Loon. Especially if the Lava Loon player doesn't have like a Fireball, but I think Loon decks, like Loon Miner, does better against 2.6. Alright, I gotta go Musk here. That was kind of annoying, not gonna lie. We're gonna go Balloon here, I guess. Is that cannon gonna even pull the balloon? Nope. Well, he already kind of screwed up. We're gonna Snowball just to ensure that that balloon gets to the tower. It actually gets a couple connections there. That's really solid. So if he decides to go Hog in the other lane, I'm probably gonna ignore, I was gonna ignore that Musk, but because he went Hog, obviously we can't. Okay, really good on my end to wait to play the Goblins. One of them actually did end up dying to the log, but nonetheless, very good start. I'm not sure why he did that cannon placement. I guess for some reason he didn't know that I was using Giant Skeleton Balloon. This is a pretty solid deck in the meta, but I mean, I don't know, maybe he hasn't seen it. There's a lot of people, I forgot if I already said this, there's a lot of people running different variations of this deck. Like, some people prefer to run Phoenix instead of the Musketeer. Or sometimes people will run Phoenix and Archers in the same deck, so instead of using Snowball, they'll use Archers instead. I think that's what it is. And then they'll use Phoenix instead of the Musk. But this is for sure the most, like, definitely the most free-to-play variant. Alright, so he's going in here. 2.6, not gonna lie, is kind of an overrated deck in terms of skill. A lot of it is just kind of spam, if I'm being honest. Do get death damage over there. We'll just go for a Musk. Alright, so really bad log by him. Nice. I think he thought he was going to win. Did you see he just went for the emote? I can't even tell. But we redirected that snowball, pushed it back, went bottom tower. I mean, that guy played alright, but I don't know. It really just felt like he was spamming the whole time. I actually don't even really think he played that well because he went for a really bad cannon at the start, which is why we got all that damage. I think it probably was just not a very good matchup, but we ended up playing well. So yeah, now that I think about it, I really don't think 2.6 is that good of a matchup. It's kind of what I was talking about before about, believe it or not, 2.6 actually has matchup against Lava Hound, which a lot of people are a little confused by that, or for some reason they think that Lava counters 2.6, but 2.6 actually does good against Lava, so it probably makes me think 2.6 also does quite good against Giant Skeleton Loon. I don't know for sure, though, but that would just be my assumption, because their Musketeers are getting a lot of value since you don't have a good spell to take them out. And on top of that, it's quite easy for them to outcycle your bomb tower. Hog does quite good against most decks that don't have a NATO or a Fisherman. So, really interesting Three Musketeers. I'm not too sure why he went for them this early on. But he did decide to do that. So we do have Bomb Tower at the ready if he does decide to go in for Royal Hogs. If this guy's got a Hunter, then this is going to be quite a bad matchup, actually. So we'll see if he does, in fact, have a Hunter. We can, of course, still win if he does, but yeah, it's not going to be good. Let's just put it that way. It is not going to be good. We'll see, though. But if he's got Hunter and Three Musketeers, it's just... whew, it's going to be a lot of air counters we got to get through. And I feel like he probably does have a Hunter, because usually Royal Hog decks don't have the Elixir Collector. So, yep. There it is. There it is. Get a nice little snowball over here. Okay, that snowball kind of hard carried. Wow. Snowball's OP. Cool. So we did manage to get through. Snowball, like, might single-handedly win us this game. Do we need to do anything? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we are going to have to miner here. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, not having a big spell, though, for the Musketeers is quite obnoxious, I'm not going to lie. If he decides... we're going to arrow here. And snowball, actually. We might as well. He's going to pry Golden Light Dash. Doesn't reach the tower, though. He let that... Alright, we're going to arrow. I'm pretty sure Snowball does enough. Yeah, it does. GG. Nice win. I don't think it was that... I think that was a pretty hard matchup, too. But we managed to win. I think it was... Okay, it could have been worse. I think him having Royal Hogs kind of saved us, because we got Bomb Tower for that. But if he was using 3M with E-Barbs, let's say, I think we would have had a really hard time. If he had E-Barbs instead of the Royal Hogs. But anyway, great win regardless. We're 4-0 now. So he does go in for the miner. I guess I can just snowball it. And then, I don't know. Okay, that Musk didn't even do... Okay, horrible start. Horrible start. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm kind of overreacting a bit, because it's just, you know, he got like 500 damage. It's not really the end of the world, but... Good golly. Go for a giant Skelly here. Okay, this miner's going to be really, really annoying. I think he's using miner control with Inferno. So, yeah, there's the Inferno, as I was saying. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I think it's probably one that could go either way. It's definitely hard for us in single. I think that's pretty obvious because I don't have, he might have just messed up, though. Because he has no Inferno in cycle or no poison. Ah, he got back to it. Are you kidding me? Wait, but the Goblins just... Okay. I mean, we got a connection. I'll take it. Also, he's not back to his Inferno again. Oh! It's gonna... Wow, let's go. We just outcycled him. Boom! That's game. We just won. W. Let's go. That was nice. We screwed up his cycle. To be fair, I don't know if it was his fault. Maybe just due to him really only having one main air counter, the Inferno, it's easy for me to outcycle it. But then again, I think his biggest mistake was cycling his Inferno on the Giant Skelly. He had to save for the balloon. I think some people might not know that what deck this even is. Maybe that's why, like, this guy, and I think one of the guys from some of the previous games, they didn't even know it was Giant Skeleton Balloon, so you kind of catch them off guard with the balloon. I would say really good players obviously will know from the first few cards what this deck is, but I think a lot of mid-ladder players might not be too familiar with the Giant Skeleton Balloon combination, so it can definitely be pretty threatening if they're, you know, unaware of how to defend it. So we're almost halfway through here. We do have... okay, so he's in Golem first play. Well... I'm guessing if he's going to Golem first play, he probably has Night Witch, because typically... Yep. So... Yeah, this could be kind of annoying, especially since I don't have something like a poison, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to Snowball here to take out all of the bats. And I don't know if I really need to do anything else. Okay, those retargeted, but... Yeah, this is going to be pretty difficult, I think. Definitely, with him having... We'll see, though. I'm going to Balloon, because he doesn't have his Phoenix in cycle. I don't know if that was a good play, because even though I did all that damage, I don't know if I can defend this now. I had to do that, though. Like, I definitely think it was a good play. I just don't know if I can defend as a result. We'll see, though. We actually do. Might have not been the best push by him in the opposite lane. Might have been better if he, instead of doing that, if he set up another Golem push. That might have worked better for him. I'm going to do this just to see if it baits Elixir out of him. Yeah, it does. He goes in for a Lumberjack. We're okay. That got a little scary. The rage debarbs are no joke, but we're fine because arrows and zap don't do enough. So, that's game. Really close, though. If he got one more E-barb hit, we would have lost. So, yeah, I think that's another game that's not super easy, but I think it's one that could go either way. So, it's like if you play well, you should be fine. So, we're halfway through the challenge now. Let's see if we can close it out here. Alright, we're in our next game here against Mohammed Star. So he's going to go Wall Breakers. We'll just go for a Musketeer. Maybe he's using Mega Knight Wall Breakers. It's a deck that's quite popular in this meta. So I'll just go for a Snowball here on top of the Bandit. And he decides to go Miner, so we do catch it with the Goblins. That was good. I guess we'll go Miner here with the Goblins, because it's going to force a response out of him. He opts to go Prince. So Giant Skeleton should be pretty good here. So yeah, he is using Mega Knight Wall Breakers as I expected. Hopefully he's using the variation with Bats or Archers, because if he is, it's going to be easy for us. Unfortunately though, he is using the variation with the Inferno Drag, which is a little bit... It's a little harder, but at the same time, not by much, because the Snowball still does really good against it, since obviously it resets it and pushes it back. So I would actually say the Snowball is almost as valuable against the Inferno Drag as it is against the Bats. And he's got Archers, so that's actually really good, because now my arrows are going to get a lot of value. So the Snowball is going to be great against the Inferno Drag, arrows are going to be great against the Archers. So I'm liking this matchup. It's going to be very easy in double elixir. When we start building balloon pushes, he's not going to be able to do much. I'm going to ignore those, because by ignoring them, it allows me to then use my Snowball on his Inferno Drag. As you can see, he actually decides to... Oh, wow. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he didn't know that I had arrows, but either way, it's pretty much going to be tower down. So, as you can see, me ignoring those Wall Breakers ended up working out pretty nicely. Even though I expected him to go Inferno Drag, it still ended up allowing me to easily take his tower, because I had the immediate elixir to go in for arrows. So we'll just go for Snowball here. Alright, nice. Go Giant Skeleton here in front of the Musk. Let's see what this guy wants to do. Just have to defend pretty much one more push, and then it's GG for the most part. Get a Bomb Tower here to get ready for defense. There's his Inferno Drag. Balloon gets a couple shots, so even if he somehow takes our tower here, we could still probably, you know, theoretically win. But that won't be necessary. I think we can close it out right now. Giant Skelly here, and that's going to be GG. As you can see, pretty good matchup for this Loon deck here. This is actually why I think this Loon deck became popular in the meta, to kind of be one of the counters to this Mega Knight Prince deck that everyone's running, because Giant Skeleton's quite good against the Mega Knight and the Prince, and then the Snowball's getting a ton of value against the Inferno Drag if they're using the variant he just did, or if they're running Bats, which is the other common variation. So in our next one here, okay, could very well be the exact same deck, or just a different variation of it, because we already see the Wall Breakers coming in, and the Bandit. So like I said, this Mega Knight deck is very good in the meta, and if you guys want, I could actually make a video, a 12-win video using it. Just let me know. I'm going to actually go for a defensive Miner to defend the Inferno Drag. He's going to go Mega Knight, so get ready to defend that. Giant Skeleton Bomb should hit the... Okay, I probably didn't need to go for that Musk. It's okay, though, because in single elixir, you're not going to go in for any balloons anyway. This is typically a matchup where you... Okay, nice. So his arrows pretty much went to complete waste. Anyway, as I was going to say, or as I was saying, this matchup is one where you play passive, so it doesn't really matter if we can't do any damage in single, because our main pushes are going to be in double. You just want to react to what they do, because Prince and Mega Knight are very annoying to deal with in single elixir. That's the main reason why. So I did have to sacrifice a defensive miner. That is so unlucky. We're ignoring those wall breakers. That's definitely a bait. He was trying to get us to bait our we should definitely get a yeah, there's the balloon connection. We even get a second hit, so we pretty much got all the damage back that he got. We're actually gonna ignore those wall breakers because it's gonna even the game up, so it doesn't even actually matter that he got a connection there. Then we're gonna snowball the Inferno Drag once again just to reset it, and that is going to be another balloon connection, potentially a second, and yeah, that's now going to be GG. So yeah, ignoring wall breakers can definitely be a beneficial play, especially if they're going in the opposite lane. There's really no point in defending them, which he did. So probably wasn't the smartest play on his end, but either way, like I said in the game before, good matchup for this deck. It's actually slightly harder, the variation we're against here, because as you can see, he was using the E-Wiz instead of the archers, so the arrows aren't getting as much value, but at the same time, it's still quite good because the snowball is just buying the balloons so much time to break through the Inferno Drag as well as the Electro Wizard. And just like that, we're already 2/3 of the way through this challenge, so cruising along here. Let's see if we could potentially go undefeated. I'm pretty confident we're for sure going to get the 12 win. It's just a matter of how many losses we're going to have. But, I mean, we're not guaranteed, but 8-0 is, like, really good. So unless I really screw up, we're, you know, kind of on pace to get it here. So it could potentially be a mirror match. Because his Goblins are out of cycle, definitely a good time to go in for the Miner. So he is using the Valkyrie, so it's obviously not going to be a mirror match. I mean, it could potentially be something similar with just him having Valkyrie instead of the, you know. I'm going to cycle arrows here. I think it's a fine play. Should be alright. So yeah, I don't know what this is. He's got the Gob Hut, obviously something that's a little bit off meta. It's definitely better though after the buff that the... So we're actually going to go for a balloon here because his Mega Minion's out of cycle. Wow, so he's got a lot of answers to our balloon. This is not looking like a very good matchup, unfortunately. We'll do our best here, but this is not looking good. I mean, he's got the E-Wiz, the Goblin Hut, and the Mega Minions. So he's got a ton of balloon answers, pretty much like all he needs. And on top of that, I think this is probably going to be a graveyard deck as well. And this deck does tend to struggle a little bit against graveyard, and the only reason why is because the issue is you don't really have good answers to the graveyard besides the goblins, of course. But we'll see what we can do. And because he's got arrows to take out the goblins, it's no wonder that we're gonna struggle. Yeah, so this is a very hard matchup, but I'll do my best. It's probably gonna come down to him making a mistake as being our only way to win. Let's see, though. So the one thing we need to do is not give him poison value in that lane, so that means cycling Musks in the right, obviously. And trying to outcycle his air counters. Gonna be a difficult task, though, especially considering, Whoa! It just got shoved! No way! No way! And the Mega Minion died! Wow! One more? Oh my gosh, we almost won because of that getting shoved, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. It's probably GG here. Unless he throws or something. Yeah, that's so unlucky. We got hard counter though, so I don't mind losing this. Still unfortunate though, regardless. Unless we clutch up here or something. That's so unlucky. He pretty much... It's not like a 100-0, but that matchup was horrible. Probably like a 90-10 for him or something like that. Like, I don't want to say it's 100-0 because we almost won, but that's just an awful matchup. So yeah, really unlucky. But that deck was also really bad. No one's going to use it, especially with how good Poison is in the meta. Like, any Poison deck is going to wreck that, so... It's not a good deck, it's just one of those oddball decks people run for no reason. Alright, in our next game here, let's try to quickly bounce back after that super unlucky loss we just got. Could be another Mega Knight deck here, actually. What? Alright, horrible start, but this is a great matchup, so I'm not too worried. So let's see what variation he has. Bandit. We're just going to play passive and single like I did before. Arrow that. Okay. So he's got archers. That's really good for me. Oh, that giant Skelly Bomb was clutch. Okay, really nice defense over there. See, this guy knows what's up. He's being very aggressive because he knows when this matchup gets to double, it's going to be like almost impossible for him. So he's actually doing the right plays, being like super aggressive. But unfortunately for him, I was ready for it. So now we're in a great spot because obviously, like I said, he's got archers, and my arrows just wreck those. He does have Phoenix, though. Okay. Still, though, that's going to be a balloon connection. And actually, him having Phoenix is completely fine. It's way better than him having the Inferno Drag, because the Phoenix, like, does worse against the Giant Skelly, and the Musk is great against it, the Snowball's great against it. Super easy to deal with this deck. So he does decide to miner the tower. He'll probably, yeah, follow up with arrows, I was going to say. And yeah, we're completely fine here. Wait a minute. Are we? Bro, that guy played so well. I almost feel bad for winning that because, I mean, like, that guy played very well. I gotta give him credit. Because that variation he had is even easier for me, because he had the archers and the phoenix. But that prince he played at the bridge, really, really smart. It might seem dumb, like it was just kind of unlucky spam on his end, and it was like unlucky that he got all the damage, but it was actually very good. It was very calculated, that prince. It was a great play. I got worried for a second because of it, but we still won. GG. Alright, so in our next one here, wonder how many more Mega Knight wall breakers we're gonna match. Definitely think I should make a video on it. It's super good, this meta. Fire Spirit Lightning. It's interesting. I'm definitely gonna Giant Skelly because we're up Elixir. And he's gonna go for a Phoenix. It's probably Electro Giant because we see that he's got the Phoenix and the Lightning. That would make the most sense. So he doesn't go for the... We're just going to go Goblins here so the Phoenix doesn't hit the bomb tower immediately. And that should be all... Yeah, we need... Ah, the stupid egg. Are you joking? I mean, actually it's not that big of a deal. Giant Skelly does deal with that quite... He's going to Barb Barrel probably. Actually, Fire Spirit's probably enough. Alright, so... Not the easiest of matchups, but at the same time, it's not that hard. Like, it's a good matchup for him, but it can definitely go either way. Especially after the Golden Knight nerf. The Golden Knight is much easier to deal with than it was before. I can probably cycle a balloon here since he just went for his... Wait, what? He just misclicked the cannon. So he had to overcommit with a Phoenix, so that's very good. Pre-place a bomb tower here. Then we're gonna go for a high musk, so he can't lightning both the bomb tower and the musk. Okay, he opts to just lightning that. We'll go in here pretty aggressively. And he's not NATOing to the king for some reason. I'm not sure why. We gotta be really aggressive here. Oh, he misclicked the NATO. That's huge. Probably just won us the game. We're gonna miner because he can't ignore it. Should be game. I actually think arrows do enough. Yeah, nice. GG. Whew! So glad he missed that NATO. If he didn't miss that tornado, I want to say very good chance I would have lost. Or if I didn't lose, it would have been way too close for comfort. I mean, it would have been a very close ending, probably, if you didn't miss that tornado. I have a feeling I probably would have lost by like a couple hundred HP. I don't know for sure, though, but either way, super glad we were able to get that balloon to the tower at the end. Okay, so this guy has the Skelly Barrel. We can probably just go ahead and cycle Musk in the corner here, because if he has a fireball, I don't want him to be able to fireball both the bomb tower and that Musk, because the bomb tower's still... Yep. See what else? Do you see? See what I'm saying? Called it. We're gonna go in here. It's very aggressive, I know, but I think it's actually not like super overly aggressive, because he did go for a fireball. Okay, we're actually gonna arrow that. And we're off to a fantastic start. We're just going to go for a bomb tower here. He's calling the wow. Yeah, we're, wow, great start. I mean, can't complain. Okay, interesting mini P.E.K.K.A there. Not sure what he was thinking. He's actually given the, serial number 1. Guess we can go ahead and do the same. We could also give him this emote. He probably reached Ultimate Champion if I had to guess, but... maybe not, I don't know. Throwing a miner here, might as well. Just because we're probably up a couple of elixir, especially since he went mini pack at the bridge. We just snowball this. For now, we pretty much just have to focus on defending. We don't need to send in a single... Alright, I'm going to ignore that for sure. Especially since we're still in single elixir, we don't need to over defend anything. I think that would be... you know, kind of foolish to do that. Just want to make, you know, smart, calculated defenses here. Making sure we, like, maintain elixir, obviously. Okay, that is super annoying. What the heck? That is really obnoxious, that spam. But we're in double now, so I'm feeling like we can control it a little better now, probably. Like his pressure, I mean. Alright, so we're alright. Both towers still over 1,000. Arrows do enough to close out the game. And that's GG. Got a little close. I actually thought the Skelly King was splashing my tower. So, I thought we might have choked potentially, but, either way, we got the win. Single elixir, like, we got kind of lucky, not gonna lie. Ooh, Enter G. This guy's actually quite good. Believe it or not, this guy was actually a, world finalist last year. He was kind of, and I'm not saying this to be toxic, he was, like, pretty much one of the worst ones. I mean, he got first rounded, and no one even expected him to be there, so people might have not realized he's... well, those of you watching might have not recognized this guy's name, that he's a world finalist, but nonetheless, he's still qualified, so obviously he's a very, very good player. I guess we'll just start off here with the miner. And he's going to go for a Mega Minion. So, Mega Minion is a pretty decent counter to the balloon, obviously. Dang, well, I'm going to go balloon like this. It actually does go for the Elixir Collector, as you can see. I just did that just because, obviously, I don't have any spell for it. So we do get death damage on it. I guess I could probably arrow as well to deal some damage to that Collector. Yeah, this is going to be probably a pretty tough matchup, because I don't have much for the pump, and his NATO is very valuable as well, but we'll see what we can do here. We will see what we can do. Got a little bit of a mini push coming in here. Oof, this guy's got, yeah, he's got a ton of air counters. He's got E-Drag. Let's see. I don't think we can defend this, but you never know, I guess. Don't underestimate the Musk. Oh gosh, this onslaught's gonna be. Oh no, he's got a poison. That's tough. I didn't think he would have had a poison. Actually, hold on. What the? We actually defended. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold your horses. Prediction Musk. He's gonna NATO it back. Oh, why didn't he? Hold up! I think we're gonna win. Don't want to jinx it, but bruh, we got it. Let's go. Yo, I actually okay. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Because I'm pretty sure that's a bad matchup. And that guy is a world finalist. So that's a crazy win to end off of. 12 wins. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Pretty fun deck. Good in the meta. Really good against that Mega Knight deck. Which I proved because I played against that I think 3 or 4 times this video. Which is another deck very popular in this meta. Let me know if you guys want me to do a 12 win with that Mega Knight deck. Because I know a lot of you guys watching, especially mid-ladder players, like Mega Knight. And it actually, for once, is kind of good in the meta. So, yeah, we ended up beating a world finalist for our last game. You can see not like an insane ladder finish, 127, but number 6 Royal Tournament. And, yeah, he was, technically speaking, a top 16 player in the world last year. I don't know if I would consider him a top 16 player because, like, no one expected him to make it, but I mean, world finalist nonetheless. So, clutch last game. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.